Everybody, it's your boy Jeremiah Uzel back with another live stream. It's been a minute since I did one of these, but we are back, and in today's video we are going to be doing a Carolina Panthers rebuild. Now, I did something like this back in Madden 23, but I did something like this back in Madden 23, but instead I used the Cleveland Browns. This time we're going to use the Carolina Panthers, because if you didn't know, the Panthers are my home team, aka like where I live. So it should be good. So if you guys do enjoy this video, please hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. Turn on the post notifications so you never miss when I post a new video. This is kind of like a sin for me, since I am a New Orleans Saints fan and I am using a division rival, but it is what it is. So quickly, we're gonna do our upgrades. Okay, see who all gets to upgrade. We are gonna try to keep this as realistic as possible. So salary cap staying on. Trade deadline staying on. Trade is staying at normal. So to make it as realistic as possible. Okay, so anyways, let's take a good look at the roster real quick. This roster is looking pretty dog shit. If I'm being completely honest, it's looking horrible. The offensive line, okay. The offensive line is looking decent. Not something I would say it's amazing, but it's looking manageable. Not to where I would have to go stupid and trade for O-line, but just enough to where I can, enough to where it's like, this nigga is not running all over the field. We are going to get another quarterback out of free agency. We're going to have to cut some people though. So go to the depth chart. Because look, we only have 2 quarterbacks, so what if both of them gets hurt? What if both gets hurt, dude? Yeah, boy. I'm going to have to cut the worst people. I'm not accepting anything over like a 50 overall. So. Cutting anybody over, damn, I forgot to spend this roster. It's so shitty. It's like it's ass. Like, what the hell? What the hell, man? Okay, so we're cutting the worst, and I mean the worst of the worst people, so we can make some good trades. Actually, you know what? Let's do something real quick. Might be able to get hella draft picks though. We don't have a first round draft pick this year, so okay. Damn, I can't get nothing for that. Can at least go to the Bears and get like their last pick that they don't really care about. Okay, so I got that. So that's 3 people already off the roster. Let's see who's all hurt. Oh my god, my left guard's out. It's gonna be an interesting season, trust me. With people out. Okay, yeah. So he's hurt. So alright, let's take a look at the injured reserve. Our injury report. Alright, let's. Ooh, damn. Sorry, 7. So this is probably what we're gonna miss the most. 15 weeks. Out for 12 weeks. Out for 3 weeks. Out for 3 weeks. Out for no weeks. So I can really put him back in. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 18 weeks. So he's out for the season. 1 week. 14 weeks. 1 week. Okay. So we are dealing with a lot of injuries. That's probably going to be really the killer for this season, is the injuries. So yeah, we are dealing with a lot of injuries. we're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through this together. So let's go check out free agency. We're gonna get through it. So we're gonna have to get through that together. And there is someone I am looking for. We are gonna try to see. Is he still in the game? Oh no, I just thought about him. Ryan Griffin. Okay, yeah, so he must not be in the game. I was gonna try to sign him and see if Cam Newton was in the game, but I guess not. So we are gonna have to cause I don't wanna have fucking Chua Hubbard back there at running back. So I don't want Chuba Hubbard back there. So I guess we're gonna try to trade for at least a decent running back. Not completely good, but decent. There is a good approach I want to take to this season, which is really gonna help the run game out. We're gonna put a receiver and then sub him in and out. So once we sub him in and out at that quarterback spot, we can run the ball with him and then get with that. How much I am. He's a running back, so I doubt they'll really give us something like that. Try that. I ain't gonna go through. I want to try to. Nah, then I couldn't get Simmons here in my life depending on it. Nah, I don't think that John legit. Give me that. Jahmyr Gibbs. Damn, I could go for him. He is a backup. 1, 3, and 2 things. Okay, we're gonna get that running back situation eventually. Let's try to get at least a above average. Let's try to get a okay number 2 receiver. Well, I want to try to make him a number 1 receiver because Adam Thielen is not gonna cut it. Okay. Don't want to make him a number 2. Okay, I'll see. But what is same? 3. Okay, will that go through? Shit. Okay. Yeah, it's getting the second for this year. Okay. So that was easy, I guess. Okay, so we got Shaheed as our receiver too. So our receiving core is gonna be. I want to try to get a receiving core who can get separation, which is another reason why I chose to get Shaheed. So, by the way, I just thought about it. The Bengals are not gonna be good at all. Well, nah, Joe Burrow's in there. I was about to say the Bengals are not gonna be good at all because Joe Burrow was gonna be out. But I guess I was wrong. We're gonna try to get another okay receiver, I guess. Like I said, I want our receiving core to be the best it can be. Because Adam Thielen as a wide receiver 1 is not cutting it. I'm telling you. Give him a 3, 4, and I don't really want to give him a 3rd rounder. I'll give him a 3rd for next year and that. What else would you take? How about a young, pretty old ass Chuck Hubbard? Okay, so it's almost going through. Shit, I didn't even take that second or the third. We're gonna give him a second rounder. See, I knew that would have went through. Oh damn, my back. Alrighty. Yeah. So we might have some people that Bryce can. So we might. Okay. So we did end up getting Bryce some guys to throw to. He being a receiver number, so I'm sorry. So we did get. Let's take a look at the defense. That's the weak spot. Our defense. This defense is not good. How to put it like that. Okay. Trade center. This is where we might have to trade a lot. And I mean a lot of draft picks. It depends how dumb. It just depends how dumb Mickey Loomis is for the Saints. Because we're going to try something. These guys might be a little old, but we're going to get them third, fourth, and yeah. And we want Mario on that. Okay, so they're not that dumb. Shit. What about just for Lattimore? What can I get just for him? I'll get him. See if that verse looks pretty. Actually, Damari Blue, like a linebacker. Nah, I feel like corner might make a lot of sense. That's the part that we're lacking at the most. Okay, so it looks like an on version of accepting it. So it says they need a right end. So what about a 25-year-old LeBron? How I hate pronouncing your name. Still declined. I'm gonna have to get my starting right end and Derek. No, I don't really want to get Derek. If I give him Derek Brown, they're gonna have to give me Davis. Oh, so that actually has potential. So, not gonna, I'm kind of backed up right here. Give him shit. Fuck do I do? Try it, I'm feeling too. Cause that little nigga getting oh. Give him a right to do shit. Man, god damn, New Orleans. Okay, so I'm not getting them off of them. Might as well try it till we group. Do I want to try to do them? Nah, rookies are kind of hard to trade for. Okay, so we got a good corner. It was Lattimore that I got right. Andy Dalton, I'm sorry, but you might, I don't know. Depends really how Bryce Young does. Okay, so we got Tariq. Okay. Our defense might be good for week 1. If you wasn't watching during the Browns rebuild, I play the full game. I don't really talk during the game. Play the game. After the game, I give a review about how I think the team did, what could we improve on, make a trade or two, send it next week, and then it's basically like a cycle since the first time. Bryson is making his debut this weekend. We've seen in the past that it can be tough for rookies early on. Show flashes. We just want himself. There's definitely a suggestion for him to make plays, but no need to put the work back on his back already. Okay. So, We have to win a piss poor NFC South. We're gonna go ahead and set the season poll. At most, since this is a rebuild, we're gonna try 7 wins, just because of our schedule. Our schedule isn't the easiest. Speaking of which, before we start week 1, let's take a good look at the schedule, because I don't think, besides the South games, our schedule is kind of hard. So we got the Falcons, and then the Saints. Okay, so this is the games that should be tough. We're gonna have we're gonna be struggling with the Seahawks. We're gonna struggle with the Vikings. We're gonna struggle with the Lions. We're gonna struggle with the Dolphins. Maybe the Texans, but we should be able to beat them. We should be able to beat the Colts. We should be able to beat the Bears. The Cowboys, we're gonna struggle with them. Titans, we're gonna beat them. The Bucks, we're gonna beat them. The Saints, we're probably gonna beat them. We're probably gonna split the series with these two, and we're probably gonna sweep the Packers. Then we're probably gonna struggle with the Packers. Most definitely gonna struggle with the Jaguars, and then the Bucks to close the season out. So we have 1. So we have 1, 2, 3. We have 3. We have 3 primetime games. 3. I don't know what to expect for this season. I'll talk to you guys after the game. Real quick, we're gonna choose our outfits. These go hard. I want to wear these week 1. And the Falcons, gonna get white, all white. Let's get into it.
It's week 1 of the NFL, and we've got a showdown in the NFC South. It's the Panthers and the Falcons, next on Madden Football.
It's the National Football League, presented by EA Sports. Today, our new season begins with an NFC South matchup, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Well, CD, new season is here. Lions and Chiefs got it going on Thursday night. You and I were there. What a scene that was. But now here we are a few days later on Sunday, looking at 2 teams with great expectations here to begin 2023.
It's always fun to get a new season started, isn't it, partner? Because everyone feels like they've got a shot at the defending champs. They think that they can be the new champs. And here we are getting things going. Let's have some fun.
The new era of Carolina football begins. The Panthers and Falcons underway to begin 2023. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here are the Panthers set to take over for the first time. And Charles will get a look at the much-heralded rookie Bryce Young, the first overall pick from April's draft.
Bryce Young, the quarterback out of Alabama with a Heisman Trophy in his hip pocket, is the new face of Carolina football. 80 touchdowns, just 12 picks in his college career for the Crimson Tide. He may be a little small in terms of size, but potential, massive.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here is Young. Open here, Adam Thielen. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
3rd and short yardage, Young. Open man left side, Shaheed has it. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Still leaves him a 4th and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. In fact, I've discussed it with my staff all week long, different situations that I may want to go for. Where's the ball in the field? Do I have confidence in my trigger guy? What am I going to do? I'm also talking about my analytics department. What are the odds? If I don't get it, what's it going to do to me the rest of the game? Personally, I end up taking all that, putting it in my head, and making a decision. And you know me, I'm probably going to go for it.
Well, you want to make an opening drive statement.
Yes, I do. Once I have the ball and I've got around to move, I don't want to just give up that easily.
It was Bud Dupree fighting through and making the tackle. Now here's Young. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Well, look at the 2023 draft class for the Panthers, and we wondered for over a month what Carolina's strategy was trading up to select first overall. Well, we got our answer as they got Bryce Young, now the future for Carolina.
Yeah, and I think it's safe to say that they drafted Bryce Young because they figured he could handle the spotlight and being the face of the team. And they also made some great offseason moves at receiver. But added one more guy in the draft, Jonathan Mingo out of Ole Miss, for Young to throw to as a rookie. Continuing to try and make strides.
Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. And the tight end goes in motion left. First and 10, Young. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. But not the graphic that this fan base wants to see week one, Charles. They were hoping to see key acquisitions, some bright spots. Instead, we're talking about injuries, preseason injuries that have guys missing here in this one.
And even in today's football, where everyone does their best to try and have their starters ready for week one, guys still have to practice. They still have to train, and injuries do crop up. You're exactly right about that, though, Brandon. None of the people supporting this team want to see that graphic on the screen at the start of this game.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Young from the shotgun. He'll buy some time right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Give him 2 yards. That sets him up first and goal. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal. Sanders is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Falcons ready to go to work here on offense. And at the helm in his second season, Charles, it's Desmond Ridder.
The Falcons got their feet wet with Ridder during a 4-game audition last season, and he did end their year with a pair of wins. Optimism reigns that he is their quarterback of their future.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So our game here, one of 8 games in total on this opening weekend that is a divisional matchup. And listen, you look at this NFC South, new coach and quarterback on the other sideline for Carolina. Ridder cannot escape, and they bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Ridder now. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Now a man who did is collegiate punting just a couple hours from here in Clemson in South Carolina. Bradley Pinion to kick. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed. That's taken it around the 40. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. So we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But the two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. Different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there. 48 yards. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, it's only week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason. OTAs, mini camps, preseason, you name it, they did it. All that work and preparation, we're seeing them play really well right now. They're making it all pay off.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that.
There he goes, right side. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Falcons. Van Jefferson, 74 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
To throw on second down is Young. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. From the shotgun, it's Young. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. Young to throw it. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. A give running left. It's Sanders. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. And this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. They'll go again with Sanders. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to pound that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now an option play on second down. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Ready. First down, Panthers. Ready?
Young now. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. To throw, Young. And once again, this is Sanders. Touchdown, Panthers. Miles Sanders. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Panthers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. That time, a 9-play drive. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On first down, Ritter. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Ritter's throw taken in by London. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 44-yard line. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Complete. Jefferson the target. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now Ritter to throw on first down. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Ritter trying to get them up to the line here in a hurry. Ritter looking to throw on first and 10. And that one too wide and incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board in the fourth half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin with the first game in the post-Tom Brady era. Tampa Bay traveling north to take on Minnesota. And in the second quarter, it's the Vikings who are out on top. KJ Osborne, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. Christian Kirk, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Odell Beckham, a touchdown reception. In that first half, we saw the veteran Miles Sanders doing his thing. He found the end zone twice, once on the ground and once in the passing game, as he proved he's anything but a one-dimensional running back. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be. Obviously, they're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but there are definitely opportunities now, because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point, because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Ritter to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Going play action, Ritter. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
17.
34-yard line.
On the give, here's Robinson. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Here's Ritter. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Young now after the fumble recovery. Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. In motion left comes Brown. Young. This is caught. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. Another completion there. We think about the draft back in the spring. He was selected, obviously, the #1 overall pick. There's great money with that, but, Charles, I would think maybe an extra burden, too, or is that not that big of a deal at all?
It actually is in the beginning of...
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Bryce Young now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Panthers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. So, 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
It's Young off play action. And he's got it. And the Panthers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Ready?
Throwing, Young. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll throw again. Young. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will extend their lead even further. Now 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the... And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first. Ritter on 1st and 10. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. And this one right back into the hand to get right back into this football game. Working from the gun, Ritter. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The quick slant caught. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts it towards the middle of the
It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. In the 4th quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of and
this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road, week 1. You're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. First down. Here's Ritter. Forced out to his left. Ritter slides. He has enough for the first. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Ritter down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Back to throw, Ritter. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Falcons on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember,
it got his man complete. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A big play there with now 3 week 1 touchdowns. And the Panthers have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Down. Ready.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
All right, go. Ready.
Ritter will set up to throw it. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons.
Check. Opposite. Green. Smith, red. Ready.
Ritter back to throw. Into the hands of London. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Ritter. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Troy Hill picks it. And the Panthers are going to have it here just past the 25. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And Young's throw there incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Young here to throw. A short throw hauled in by Trimble. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 3rd and 1, here's Young. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Steps away to his left. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Panthers,
Okay, overall, team played amazing. Five turnovers, I think it was. 2 fumbles, 2 interceptions. No, it was 4, yeah. 2 fumbles, 2 interceptions. Will always make a great game, 46-17. Bryce Young had so many touchdowns. Another thing I forget to mention is we don't have to worry about drafting a quarterback anytime soon because we do have, because Bryce Young, I want to make him the franchise QB, so we won't have to really worry about drafting any quarterback. So I'm pretty sure he's going to be the franchise quarterback. So yeah, defense played good. Number 40, I don't know if he was a linebacker, and that's the reason why. But number 40 kept getting burnt. That's the reason why we did give up 2 touchdowns, because of him. He was getting cooked the entire game. But our defense was able to pull together. We had a strip sack on special. We had a strip sack. We had a strip on special teams, and 2 interceptions. And yeah, we was able to get a dominant win as we get ready for our second division rival as we play New Orleans. This one should be a good one. I'm pretty sure Bryce Young won. Yeah. 4 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown, 5 touchdowns in his debut. Alright, yeah. So I do feel like pass coverage could have been a little bit better that game because, like I said, our defense did just let up 17 points. The deficit that we had does make that a little bit better because, 46-17. Wow. Falcons really had no chance of coming back. So we played them again, way later in the season, I think. We're going to go ahead and get the draft class ready. Yeah, we're going to get that draft class ready. There is one, no matter how the season goes, we are going to try trading for the number 1 pick because there is somebody I want to get, not a quarterback per se, but I want to try to get Marvin Harrison. Yeah, I want to try to get Marvin Harrison Jr. from them because that he will be a good piece to this specific core. Another thing I want to point out from last game, Rashid Shaheed went off, yo. Rashid Shaheed went off, so yeah, Marvin Harrison Jr. right there. Rashid Shaheed went off that game. Alright, so let's look at everybody's stats. We're going to try to keep up with the stats after every week. So, Bryce Young so far this season has 232 yards for 18 completions, over 23 pass attempts, so he went 18 for 23 that game. 4 touchdowns to no interceptions. That's what I like to see. Because if you're going to win 1 Rookie of the Year and 2 try to get in the MVP race, you got to keep that interceptions thing low. That's one thing I've learned about Madden. If you have a stupid amount of interceptions, you're not winning MVP. Our first home game, which is a Monday night game against New Orleans, this game should be a little challenge because of the defense that New Orleans has. But yeah, let's get into it. Like I said, this should be an interesting game. So keep that in mind.
It's week 2 of the NFL, and we'll see Bryce Young. He's coming up a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Panthers and the Saints on Monday Night Prime Time.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Tonight, it's the first of 2 here on this Monday night, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
The first of 2 on this Monday night, the Saints and Panthers underway from Charlotte. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here come the Saints to take over for the first time. And here's the new man under center after 9 seasons as a Raider. Derek Carr is the guy.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
In his 7th season now, here's Alvin Kamara. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 17 carries, 67 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments, how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4. And here are the key inactives for them in this one. And obviously, Charles, are going to be without some important names this week.
But hopefully those guys will be on the sidelines encouraging the guys who are going out there and helping them when they come off the sidelines during the game by giving them some tips on what they see and what they've experienced. That's true teamwork. And if you want to get to the playoffs, if you want to have a big push, you have to have that on your squad.
Now, you don't want to see that penalty at any point, but it adds a little extra to it when it comes on 3rd down.
It certainly does, because if this were a boxing match, they had him on the ropes there. 3rd down incompletion, 4th down upcoming. Instead, that mistake resets everything back to 1st down, which means they have to stay on the field longer to try and stop this drive.
Well, just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Carr. And that'll be incomplete. You look at this Carolina defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
We know it's only week 1, but the results are pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. It's nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this done.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So here are the Panthers backed up to start their initial drive. Bringing them out is the #1 overall pick this year, Heisman Trophy winner at Alabama, Bryce Young.
I think the hope was to let him sit and learn for a bit, but he was thrown right into the fire in week 1. Now we'll see what kind of lessons he's learned as he prepares for his second start in the NFL.
Faster, faster.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. On 1st and 10, Young. Open here, Adam Thielen. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the 1st round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game #2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 36. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. 1st down, Young. Towards the end zone for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Take a look at this Saints defense. Currently #1 in the NFL against the run.
And that's a ranking that feels good, right? To be #1 and be the top of your profession. But here's the problem. It's only week 1.
1 week, yeah.
Can they do it 15 more times? If so, then we really got something to talk about.
That's the challenge. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Young looks to throw on 1st down. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool, he looks calm, he looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies. But, you know, they throw the football so much at a younger level now, way more so than what we saw when guys came into the league when you and I came through.
And also just the way into touchdown Panthers. Adam Thielen. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Adam Thielen. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he's going to be brought on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a third down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Adam Thielen and the Panthers taking the field once again. Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off. So you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of plays. So let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A solid pickup of 5, and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Young. He sets to fire deep. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep. Second down.
Here we go, set. Fight, 60. Watch out now, 50 Fury. 22 Needle.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Here we go.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
Ready.
To the air once more, Young. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they're able to get this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Ready.
Option right, Young. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
From the 20, here's second down and 5.
Ready.
Now here's Young. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Looking to throw, Young. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They'll try to run this one in. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From the shotgun, it's Young. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Adam Thielen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers would extend their lead here just before halftime. For this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, in downtown Atlanta, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Bijan Robinson, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. Greg Dortch, a touchdown catch in the victory. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Jalen Hurts, couple of touchdown passes as his guys win their 2nd straight to start the year. What a treat to watch the rookie in that first half. The #1 overall pick, Bryce Young. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission. These 2 coaching staffs likely going through their final adjustments for the second half. One of these teams is going to emerge 2-0. But who will it be? To find out, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So the Panthers going to take over here to start quarter number 3. This offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
To throw, Young. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd and short yardage. Young lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On 4th down, here's the option. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. Read option, the end result, the first down, so a good read.
And the way teams are running it nowadays, they've added variety to it. You know, the original way was you read the defensive end. If he crashes down, you pull it and you go. Now they may not even block that person. May end up getting the linebacker, may read the cornerback. Just depends on how they want to block it up. In any case, this worked well for them.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Now Young running the option left. And maybe the wrong read there, as he's going to go down immediately. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Young to throw it. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Young will set to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
The flag comes in, it's incomplete, and I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that one go. He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you know, you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose a down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go, or throw it to a target and get that pass away.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. Here's Young, rolling to his left. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
That throw by Young incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they will extend their lead even further. And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Carr going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10. He'll start with a give to Kamara. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Final minute now of the third quarter. maybe with a free play. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And now off to the races down the right side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And some space here. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. They run it again with Kamara. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. From the 23, here's 2nd and a couple. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Here comes Hamler on the jet sweep. Oh, this one, he may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. In motion right, that's Hamler. And they'll fake the jet sweep there and instead hand it Kamara. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Carr, got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires, and the Panthers will get the football back. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Young. That one complete to Stephon Sullivan. And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Young. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Now Young going to move him around. Right back to him on 1st down. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are on their way to a 2-0 start. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
The Young's going to throw for this. Steps away. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the...
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them. And going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Brian Brzee, a first-round pick there on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Young now. That is caught by Thielen. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 19 yards that time for number 19. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Ready.
And they'll run again. And he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory.
Here we go. Green Jack. Ready?
Young to throw it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's
nowhere to go here? He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints.
Well, that 2-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people can't see this, but you've got a ball in your hands now, and you've got the thing locked in pretty well. You've got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. Makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you had run that play, you would not have fumbled, I can tell you that.
Maybe. The Saints coming out now to take the field. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
And Kamara's going to have a Saints first down as he'll get this up to the 39. Now Carr. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page. quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. On play action, it's Carr. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, New Orleans.
One final try now for Carr. And he's wrapped up. Taken down back at the 25. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Carolina, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for New Orleans,
back-to-back weeks scoring 30-plus points. My offense, feeling good about the offense. The defense, all we got to do is just get a few more turnovers. And we will be good. We play the Seahawks next week. So when it comes to the NFC South, we've been owning the South. I'm saying we're gonna own the South this year. It's up to what happens when we play the Buccaneers. When we play the Bucs, whatever happens in that game is gonna happen. Hopefully we can win. We got a lot of shit real quick on this. Yeah, hopefully we win when we play the Bucs. Number one in the division. Everybody else is 1-1. The weekly awards. Bryce Young won it again. 228 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns. He did have one less this week than what he had last week. Yeah. What was? So. Our next few games going into the bye week: Seahawks, Vikings, Lions, Dolphins. Then bye week. It should be a fun sight to see. Maybe not. But let's take a look at Bryce and see how much he needs to get a superstar factor. Oh, he did get an upgrade, so I asked that. Did get an upgrade. I just wonder, this is just a quick little quickie experiment. What would happen if I was to... I'm not gonna do it. Don't criticize me. I'm not gonna do it. Okay, yeah, no trade packs. Okay. Running backs. We need a running back. Because the run game is so unbelievably shitty. Oh, I know a good time to have Hubbard. Where the Dolphins go? Oh. They're not gonna really. Oh, we can get Elijah Mitchell again. I'll trade Miles Sanders and the backup Blake here. Declined. Oh, what if I just did it to a third and smacked them a third? Oh, damn. I would have had third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Will that be enough to acquire? Thank you. So we do have our running back now. So that means Miles Sanders is going to be running back number 2. We play the Seattle Seahawks. Said it's heavy rain. Oh! Which means it should be good. Alright, we are going to end this episode off here. I'm about to go eat, then I'm coming back and start another live stream. We're going to pass the ball more in this running game. Alright, if you guys did enjoy this video, if you oh shit, damn. If you guys did enjoy this video, be sure you smack that like button, smack the subscribe button, and turn on post notifications so you never miss when I upload a new video. Now, real quick, let's look at the stats so far into the year. So far, Bryson has 460 yards, 41 completions for 59 attempts, 7 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. We got to keep that 0. I want to end the season off with that down with 132 passer rating, and we average 230 yards per game. Longest pass 48 yards. Games played 2. Check to see how long it's gonna be for Bryson to get his X Factor. So we gotta pay. We gotta play 500 downs to unlock his potential. Baby, I'm gonna get her. Alright. So yeah, I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Deuces.